Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody on YouTube.
Hooray, we're here, finally. This is a day of celebration. So we are live.
Finally,
Yes.
huh? Oh my gosh, it's taking
Exactly.
forever.
Yeah. So, Vera, do you want to tell our fabulous friends
Yeah?
what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about our life chart and how we can utilize information that you get from psychic information or from meditation or whatever and utilize that and really have a plan and focus and not get hung up on, well, it didn't happen the way you said.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. And what she's talking about, if you don't know, is we believe that before we come into life, we write a life chart, kind of like a blueprint.
Right.
And that's what a psychic like Vera is reading, right, Vera?
Mm-hmm.
You pick up on people's, like the different aspects of their life because our chart is it's extremely detailed, but it has a lot of options, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and there is, I guess you could say, free will in there within the parameter of the specifics that you wrote in your chart, because there's still different ways that you can uh, learn from a situation, and it not have to be something catastrophic.
It's
Yeah.
really fascinating. Every time we talk about this subject, you guys, to wrap my mind around the notion that we've charted every single
I
possibility.
know.
So in other words, let's say if we've charted to make a move, because you recently had a
Client.
client
Hmm.
who had charted to move, but
Or that wants to move.
wants to
Yeah.
move. But then there's different many different possibilities. There's different, like, the timeline can waver.
Because there's a wait list and that kind of thing, because there's a specific place that this person wants to go. And, I kind of told her what I saw her moving somewhere in the summer, you know, and of course people want, well, what date? If you can,
Right.
people want the date, the time, the second, but there's so many different variables you can't really pinpoint it. You can do it at the time, but something might change after you did the reading that altered it a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly, because what we do has an effect on the timeline, doesn't
Right.
it?
Yeah, and other people too, because what
Exactly.
they're doing and they're involved in your chart. It's just sometimes when we were first learning all about this thing that we did, wasn't it kind of mind-boggling?
It is
It kind of made
mind-boggling.
my like tiny little brain go pop, pop, pop. Because it's like, God, how we charted this.
I have to tell you guys, this is really cool. One time when you were trancing Angus, I asked him a question, you guys, about, it was something, I can't remember exactly now what. And he goes, that is 13, 24, 92, some numbers like that. And he was referring to, that was the point in my chart.
Oh my God, that gave me
It
chills.
even has numbers. It was almost like,
Wow.
It was amazing. It was like even that intersecting moment of that opportunity of thing happening
Well, were
in
you
my
trying
life.
to be? You wanted something more
I
specific?
no, I was
or?
just asking a question. I was
Oh.
asking him, like, if you were asking him a question of, like, when am I going to start a school, or when am I going to
okay.
meet somebody, or when am I going to move somewhere, or whatever. I can't remember what it was. I was just asking him a question about something.
Wow.
And he gave me those numbers, and it was amazing because it was like this intersecting place in my chart. It was that detailed. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
But even that, like when you're reading somebody for a relationship.
Oh my God.
That's the
Yeah.
challenging one, isn't it,
Yeah.
Vera?
Yeah, because there's so many different things that
Can happen.
But actually with everything though too.
Yeah.
But my main thing, I just had a client also. I saw them in a different position, like moving, having a different job, and I actually see them working in this place, and they happen to have had an interview afterwards, and he got the job, right? But then before he was even able to go to the job was either abolished or there was a layoff or something happened to where it didn't work.
So it's like he got it,
He got
but
the
then
job.
he
He didn't get the
worked
job
there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
you can. And he asked me about it, and I go, well, I don't know, because we're not always, of course, 100%, right? There's many times where it's not like that, but I kept going. I just see you working there. I don't know. Well, he didn't give up.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he kept putting in for positions and wanting, because he wants to work there. That's been his, like, I don't want to say lifelong dream, but that's been a dream of his to work there.
Oh, hi, Roxanne. Nice to see you. Aloha.
Oh, aloha.
Just
Yeah.
gotta say hi.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. And he just got an interview again.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. So see, that's why I'm telling people, because it didn't work out that specific time, doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. And that goes along with relationships. Just because you may have not met that person, or I thought you said that was the one,
Right.
it's you have to keep moving forward, and you have to keep putting your attention to whatever it is that you want, and make action. That's where I think that secret kind of left people, well, if I just wish it,
Right.
it will happen. You have to move. You have to
really activate.
Really activate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, your client is the perfect example because he didn't give up.
He didn't give up.
He didn't say, oh, well, there it goes.
Yeah, or you were wrong, or
Or
whatever.
or I got it, but I didn't really get it, did I?
Yeah.
But he kept after it,
Yeah.
kept after it, kept after it.
People tend to be black or white.
Right.
And whenever you're doing readings, it's not either.
Right. It's either I get it or I don't get it.
Yeah. And it's not like that.
Right.
So, but as long as you keep that motivation going, and don't just give up and say, oh no, I'm never going to move there, I'm never going to get it, and I also told them, if there's other places that you might want to move to, look at those too.
Right.
But sometimes people are like, no, that's the one I want. That one that you want may not be good for you.
I just wanted to really tell you about the moving thing. Before I moved back to where I'm living now, I was visualizing so much, talking about the secret. I was activating with so much visualization for the house that I wanted to live in. And it's not the house that I'm living in now. It's a different house. That was a possibility.
Right.
And I was seeing myself upstairs and all the different things that was in this house, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the view out the window, I could have my office up there and all this stuff. Well, to make a long story kind of short, we ended up getting not that house. We ended up getting the house that I live in, which is not as I don't want to say luxurious, but the other one was really, really nice. The only thing is, if we would have got the first one that I thought I wanted, we could have never afforded it in the long run because of like property tax and stuff like that. It was too expensive for us to really do it. This house that we're in is the same thing. I still have the upstairs with the great view and my office up there.
Yeah, you do have a good view.
And it's everything that I wanted, but it's actually better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a great house, and we don't have the high property taxes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that sometimes, even though it's not what we might think, it could be if we just open our eyes to other possibilities.
And sometimes, our guides helping us too, saying, you're not going to be happy there, or
Hi,
things
Linda.
aren't going to work. Linda, yay.
She made it over.
Yeah, she did. It just shows that you've got to give yourself credit too, that you have the power to move things and make things happen too.
Isn't that the truth?
And just not give up. That's where I like, the warehouse worker guy, because he does not give up.
Exactly.
And it's your outlook, it's how you want to look at things, and
because we are creators.
Yeah. And also too, there's sometimes clients are having issues, where they're living. I'm not saying the one that we were talking about, but other clients have had issues where they're living, and they just want to get out of there. They want to move. They want a fresh start, But unless you handle that challenge head on and try to rectify it at least, or at least make peace with yourself, that challenge moves with you. And
Amen,
moves with you,
sister.
and moves with you until you learn it.
Absolutely. That is so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. I mean, I've really found that for myself in my life. That, like relationships I would get into. And it's like I would leave the relationship and then I would find myself in another similar type of a relationship.
Yeah, because you haven't
because
learned
I was
that.
carrying the things I still needed to learn.
Exactly.
And it reminds me of a quote that you brought up recently.
Oh, yeah.
That you posted that your father used to say to you.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah. I remember he used to tell me when I was younger, because I was like, I can't wait to get out of here, when you're a teenager, right?
Right.
And then he goes, well, wherever you go, there you are. And I remember screaming at him, going, speak English. I don't know what that means. But it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah. There was another quote that you were talking about recently that reminds me of this subject today about activating on our chart and our path and everything, and you doing readings. And it is that destiny leads us to the path, and the rest is up to you. I thought that was a good one. It reminds me of like when you're doing a reading and you're saying, okay, I see this in your chart, and that's our destiny or that's our path. But walking that path really is up to us. We might be on the path and veer off.
Yeah, I know, because that reminds me of this one client that I have that, I mean, sometimes I've talked to for a couple of hours.
Oh.
And it's over a relationship. And the relationship is not a good relationship, but to that person, it's almost like, well, it's better than nothing.
Right.
And then that's what I'm trying to go, but if you just let that one go, because it's so toxic, there's someone else that's just waiting for you. And they don't trust that person's there.
Wow.
Because this person kept mentioning that quote, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, or something like that.
Wow.
But, that's settling. To me, anyway, but I'm not really, I've not ever really.
Well, I have to share this.
Crazy about relationships.
I have to tell you, I came out of a bad relationship, and it was really bad. And I remember thinking, but I'll be alone. But but I finally got to the point where, what, I'd rather be alone.
Yeah.
Than have this.
And then when you get to that point, then you start getting all these people.
You guys, that's when I feel like my life would not begin until after that. It was amazing because that helped to start my healing finally, to let it go. Isn't that amazing how if you let, like you hear that, if you let something go, then, then you can really be, free to have abundance in your life. Instead of being like a closed fist, you can open up,
Roxanne is saying her challenge was Leo. I always got frustrated. Finally, I tampered that energy, and now it's easier for me to, to be with that same energy, exactly. Yeah, so.
The Leo, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had that too. Relationships were all Leos for me before.
Oh, really?
The dominating person.
Oh, wow.
But that was like a lesson. That's my own personal thing. But every situation is different.
Yeah.
But with your client, did she hear you?
But like when we're on the phone, she's going, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It's hard though.
And then you get a phone call. Thank you for listening. We're looking at a house. I'm just going, oh no, please don't do it. But you have to, your chart pulls you exactly what you need to learn and what you need to do. So maybe that's still in there, but it's like, learn this right now while you're in that relationship. And then you'll be able to go out and finally be with someone that really cares for you and loves you and wants you for you, Yeah. But sometimes it's just you're afraid that it's not going to happen.
But it's sad in a way because it's almost like living in fear. It's not living fully and having joy.
And it's so interesting because she goes, well, you said I was going to have an in-betweener. And I go, yeah, what an in-betweener you have, oh my gosh. But I don't know.
But again,
they gotta live their own.
Destiny leads us to the path, and the rest is up to us.
You, yep, exactly.
That's so interesting, isn't it?
Gosh, but we're human.
Yeah, for sure, and that's what we're here for. Our lessons.
Exactly. So
and our experiences.
Yeah, we're just saying don't give up. But, well, that's kind of, I'm saying two different things. I'm telling one person to give up, but for things that are good for your soul, don't give up. Do things, but people still have to learn. That's just part of it too.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one of the challenges I have to have, is like I have to just give them the information and just be okay with it, and it's okay if they don't do it.
It's hard though, isn't it?
It is, because it's like, oh God, don't you see what's happening down the line? But some people have to learn the hard way.
It's interesting, you guys. I remember Angus talking about one time, it was during a trance. Hold on. Okay. You talk to everybody while I get my cord.
Well, let me. Oh, you have
my
okay.
computer.
You were talking.
The battery is running low, and I better hurry up.
Uh-oh. And today we're not going to do a meditation, guys, because Chrissy's not feeling that well, and she doesn't want to cough during it.
Yeah, as you guys
we'll
can
do
probably
one next time.
As you can probably tell. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Plug this in.
And you're going to remember what you're going to say, because I always forget.
Is it working?
It should be plugged in. Yes.
Is it working?
It's plugged in.
Okay, great. All right.
You were saying?
Where'd you go? Here I know. It takes a minute for it to catch up. I was gonna say something and I forgot what it was.
See, you said Angus. You remember Angus?
Oh, yeah. He was saying, I was gonna tell you that during a trance with Vera, he was saying that sometimes they even get not impatient, but they see how it could be for us, and they want to help us so bad, but we have to be the ones to learn it. You know what I mean? So
and of course
it was
they're not impatient, but they've been in life,
right?
So
exactly.
They know what it's like.
So they know exactly what it feels like.
What we're going through and feels like. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just thought it was interesting.
So in our finite mind, so we understand it. That's what he was trying to tell us, that sometimes our guides can be that way too.
Yeah, they just want to help us so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird watching it time lapse.
Time lapse, yeah. But anyways, we just wanted to relay about how, when there's something that, whether or not you've had a reading, whatever it is that you want in your life, for me, it's like creating art. I want our work to get out into the world, the messages to get out there. Whatever it is that you want in your life is, to activate and follow your dreams as much as you can.
Yeah. On this planet, yeah, exactly.
Exactly, and there's the visualization that you can do, like in The Secret, like you mentioned.
Affirmations, the physical affirmations that you can put around your house and that kind of thing.
One of the things I was thinking about earlier today, you mentioned to someone who wanted to meet somebody, and you were talking about how in feng shui you put things like in couples around your house, like whatever.
Especially in the romance corner.
And Vera, what corner is the romance corner?
It's in the farthest right-hand portion of, because your house is like in a grid, so it's like 9 different grids, and so it's the one furthest to the right. So
is it walking in the front door?
Walking in the front door.
Okay.
And this is Western feng shui. I learned Western feng shui.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, because it's more adaptable to what we have in the United States.
Gotcha.
We don't because some people can afford to break down walls and rebuild their house to make it, and a lot of people can't. So then you learn how to modify it.
So when you walk in the front door, let's say you have a bedroom, a kitchen, a living room, whatever it is. So all the way to that corner, room, that's your romance area.
So that would be like my bedroom, part of it, would be the romance corner. So
That's
then you
fitting.
would put everything, in twos. You do
Yeah.
like you would either do two pictures, and you do try to think like two cranes because cranes mate for life.
Really?
If you really want to have that, yeah.
Hmm.
So you put that together, and then and you can have it. You can even do it on your desk.
That's what
Yeah,
I do. Like
yeah.
when I
Different
have
parts
my
of your
little
house.
grid that you gave me,
Yeah.
and then it's like what section. Maybe soon we'll do an episode on some feng shui stuff so that people know
Oh
what
yeah.
corner is
Yeah.
finances and what corner is career and that and family and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah.
But I do it on my desk.
Yeah.
So that's what you were saying. Like you
Yeah.
could be on that corner of your desk if you
Because
know
like
what I
when we
mean.
were at the office, we did it on our desks.
Yeah.
And then when you get home, you could do it in your home, or even if different parts of your house, you can make it into a little grid or whatever.
Yeah. So there's visualization
Mm-hmm.
and then there's activation, going after it, like
Right.
your friend at the I don't know,
The warehouse
yeah,
guy?
the warehouse
Yeah.
guy. There we go.
Warehouse guy.
And feng shui and whatever types of other physical affirmations that might be
Yeah.
helpful. I could.
Yeah, because I mean, being in life, it's challenging. So any help that we can have and any knowledge that we can garner that helps us make this journey easier, it's great. It's better. I don't know about better, but it just makes you understand more of why you're here and what you're doing. That to me that helps me because it's like, okay, I'm going through this, but I know why. And it can also be past life carryovers, that kind of thing. But as long as you know it, then it makes sense and you can take a breath,
It helps so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's meant the world to me.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
such a difference. We still have to go through it, but it makes it easier. It
Yeah.
makes it a little bit better. And
Exactly.
also to know what some messages, you get messages from your environment, know what
Yeah.
to look for. It helps too.
Yeah.
Signposts along the way.
Exactly.
And we help each other.
Yeah. All these lessons that we need to learn. What spiritual enlightenment are we trying to attain? Example, we are the
Soldier of Archangel Michael are the apprentice of Mother God.
yeah.
Very
Well, you
cool.
get that one because that's an angel one.
So I'm not sure what she's asking.
I don't know what you mean, Roxanne.
Are we trying to attain? With all the lessons that we need to learn, what spiritual enlightenment are we trying to attain?
Okay, so she's saying, for example, are we like the soldier, like Archangel Michael to the Mother God? I don't get it either.
I don't know exactly what that means.
Can you clarify?
I'm not sure
Yeah.
what that exactly means, but maybe Roxanne, you could email me like what you mean, and we could talk about it at the next
Yeah.
video, which is going to be next Wednesday. We're going to be live, and this time it'll be a little bit earlier at 1 o'clock Pacific time.
Yeah.
So that's 1 o'clock next week.
We're trying to get something that's
regular for
everybody instead of doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
So we're thinking
1, 3.
Wednesdays. Yeah, we're thinking Wednesdays, and it seems to be a little bit easier for people if it's a little bit earlier in the day. So we're gonna try 1 o'clock and see if that'll
see
work.
what works.
Yeah.
Because I know we can't please everybody, but I mean, is there anything that's going on that we haven't talked about with our? Because we still have the readings, we still have
we still have the past life readings on our website.
We haven't gotten the t-shirts situated yet.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you guys which t-shirts. If you go to our store at soulsenlightenment.com and see our art, let me know or let Vera know what art you would like to have on a t-shirt, and we want to make that available for you.
Yeah,
we're excited about that.
Because it's going to be available on Amazon.com.
Yeah, so we're working on that. So we want to hear what you'd like. And so we have the art right now.
We also want to do at least one class this year.
Yeah, that would be great.
And we're trying to figure out where we could have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's see, the light went out again.
Maybe it's a message.
Yeah, we should be doing it. So that's another thing that we're working on.
Yeah.
To get going, so we can at least have something, and it might even be an online class. But I really would want something where people get together.
Yeah, I really want to do that too.
So like maybe Santa Cruz, or I don't know, somewhere. I don't know, something or some like in nature. Or
I'd like that.
Yeah.
we're gonna have
It
to.
really doesn't matter, but
Let's all put our heads together.
yeah,
Email us or leave in the comments if you have ideas of a place that would be easy for people to
yeah.
come to and gather. What spiritual growth are we trying to attain by learning all these
Oh, these
lessons?
lessons.
That is a very great question, Roxanne. And, really, before we come into life, it's all very individual
Mhm.
because whatever life chart we've written, our our spiritual lessons are exactly what we want to learn. So it's all very individual. For example, let's say that we might have charted a lot of situations in which we felt powerless. That's to learn our personal power and that we can stand up for ourselves and step outside of bad relationships. Gee, am I talking from experience? Yes, yes, I am. So that would be an example of what the spiritual growth that I would be here for is to be learning personal power, right?
Yeah.
Is to know what my power is. That even in a situation I don't have power over what's happening or whatever, I'm still this person. I can find
Within yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
Those types of things, right?
But it is all individual. It depends on the theme of what you want to learn.
Exactly.
And each lifetime could be different. Sometimes we have these reoccurring themes that we tend to stay in, that we still want to learn a little bit more, or we didn't learn it back then, so we're trying to make up for it in a different life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you're going through something now, Roxanne, that you seem like can't get over, can't get through, then that might be the theme that you're going through that you need to uh, have challenges in this lifetime that you're trying to learn.
Yeah, a lot of times, when we reflect on our life, we'll find what I don't want to say our boulder is in
Yeah, but
life,
it
but
is.
let's call it our
Yeah.
boulder. It's like a boulder in our path.
Hmm.
And it's like an obstacle that will kind of keep appearing or like a
Hmm.
repeating pattern that might show up.
Yeah.
And so if you think about if there's one of those in your life, then that might be like what Vera was just talking about, like a main lesson that you're here to learn.
And also people on the other side, those entities on the other side that don't want to come into life, they're learning through us as
They're
well.
watching, yeah.
So then we're perfecting for others too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because our themes, we all have two life themes. Well, actually more than two, because they will switch depending on once you learn one, then you can move on. But we have life themes, and um, then we also have an option line. And so whatever we charted for those to be is also a part of our learning schematic. So you see how individual that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda's asking a question too. Just a thought, can we go through many challenges in our life? Well, definitely, we can definitely go through many challenges. Because just like,
Especially whenever it's getting towards our last life, then
right,
we want to get everything in that we didn't, or we feel that we didn't learn, or that we
yeah,
still want to experience in the life that we're in right now. A lot of us are last lifers. So,
exactly.
yeah.
And so, it might seem like we have more than one,
Topsy-turvy
yeah,
life, yeah.
more than one boulder, as Linda has many challenges. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. She's saying that we can have many
Yeah.
challenges. We can definitely
Yeah.
have more than
And it's not
one
like to
boulder.
pat ourselves on the back, but it really is because
Yeah, it is.
you have to really be a strong soul to come into life, into this planet.
Yeah, we work very hard
Yeah,
to
Linda, you are.
come here. Yes,
Mhm.
definitely. I mean, I would know, but I thought you were telling her that she was very strong. Yeah, because it's her last life.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, we work so hard to come here, don't we?
On this planet, though. Yeah, because there's others.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes a lot of courage for us to come into life here.
Yeah.
And that's when Vera was talking about how other entities, beings on the other side, they don't incarnate. They would rather choose to learn through us.
Mhm. And that's not a slam on them
And
either.
no, not at
But
all. But to really get it, and it's the hardest, but we really get it like really
mhm.
even deeper, I would
So
think.
that's something that you should utilize to that strength. That hey, I came into life, and we came into life after life after life after life.
Yeah.
So a lot of us have come into at least 4 or 5 lifetimes to 54 lifetimes, so
Right.
yeah.
And I just want to say real quick, it doesn't mean that we get it like deeper. I know I just said that we get it deeper than those just watching, but we get it quicker, don't
Yeah.
we? And they have to watch a long time.
Yeah,
It's like watching a movie. That's one thing, but if you're living it, that's a different thing.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
oh yeah, that was what she said before.
Yeah.
But was there
This was
anything?
neat that we could read all that
I
stuff.
know. I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
I'm so
It
happy.
worked.
It did.
So happy for you.
I'm so happy we got it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that should be enough for
I
today.
think
What do you
so.
think? Yeah.
We will see you here next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. That's our plan.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great weekend and a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Okay.